Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum is currently forming a triangle pattern. So I did delete that channel that we had coming down here from the chart because Ethereum did break out of that a couple of weeks ago anyway. We currently form here a triangle, quite a large triangle to be honest, trend continuation pattern. You can see it acted as support here, now acting as resistance. So basically what you're doing lower highs and higher lows. And a symmetrical triangle like that is typically a neutral pattern, but if you come from basically from above, it could indicate that we're actually more likely to drop to the downside here than to the upside. But of course you don't know until the breakout really happens. So you know me, I always usually like to wait for a breakout before then a scenario goes live. We can speculate, but again, you don't really know if in which direction the breakout is going to happen. But what happens if, for example, the breakout happens to the downside? Well, you can take the height of that triangle, right, and add it to a potential breakout point. And what you can see here then, if we add it, for example, to here, you would actually come a little bit lower than the $1,700 level, which is the lowest support level of my target area. But then we need to bear in mind that these technical targets of triangles, for example, they don't always work out. And they typically orient themselves on the previous or on a high level support, which is in the area. So I think 1700 would be a realistic target for a break here to the downside. That could be that last sell-off that we're waiting for. To the upside, the breakout could take us actually all the way up to around $4,000. And if that happens, I am more confident to say that the overall correction could be over. Okay, because then at that point, you're also breaking above the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, various Fibonacci retracement levels, yeah, and you're making a significantly higher high compared to all the previous ones here in the downtrend. But that is a critical one. That's an important one, that triangle. It certainly shows that we have something coming up here. We are moving here in an apex, completely different chart structure than, for example, Bitcoin. And yeah, higher lows, lower highs, and I think normally the price does not really reach the apex before something happens. Normally it's like 2/3 into the triangle or 3/4, and yeah, we are nearly there. So there should be a move coming up soon. That last drop here was quite significant that we saw here. Yeah, you could even argue that maybe we're going to form here a head and shoulders within this triangle. So you already have your left shoulder, you've got your head, and then you could maybe form your right shoulder now. But again, we don't really know, and at the moment that move down here is very weak. Yeah, that move that has come up is very weak. Not a lot of volume today anyway, generally not in the crypto market. It's weekend, it's Sunday now. But maybe we already see here tomorrow some sort of a breakout. So that's something I'd watch out for here. That support level is currently at $2,610. So if you see a break, let's say below 2,600, that could indicate that we're breaking this triangle to the downside. Be aware, there could always be fake outs. This here was a fake out, for example, on the 24th of Feb. And the resistance level to the upside is around $3,000. So if you break that to the upside, then we could move higher from here. As you know, I am still talking about that the downtrend isn't finished, and I can only stop talking about that if my minimum move to the upside for that would be $3,440. That wave 4 here that we have, that peak, if we move above that, that immediate downtrending scenario is invalidated, and then we can talk about more with a higher likelihood about increasing prices, okay? And that the low was maybe already in. I mean, we already did reach that blue target area. That is the area that we talked about, I've been talking about since November. That's the area where, with the highest probability, typically the crypto coins are turning around from a correction back into a new uptrend. And we have reached that. So from my point of view, also as per the Elliott Wave rules, the minimum targets of this correction have been reached, they have been achieved. But just because the minimum targets have been reached, it doesn't mean the correction has to be over. It means that, yeah, as I said, the minimum targets have been achieved. And in case the price now goes up and builds a good structure, I won't, I'm more inclined to say, yeah, we are actually going to go to new all-time highs now, because it has fulfilled the requirements for a correction and the low could be in. But we can only be confident about the low being in until when we have a final confirmed move to the upside. So, and that's what everybody needs to decide for themselves. I've been saying that various times, that anywhere in this blue target area for me is buying area, because it is an area where I, with a longer time horizon, believe that, you know, these prices won't come back that soon. Yes, there is further downside potential, of course there is, but you never know if we really go lower. And of course, when a new run to the upside can happen very fast, and then if you don't have a foot in the door, that's up to you, of course, to decide. Do you rather want to wait for a confirmed breakout to the upside before you go in, or do you want to buy when we are possibly bottoming out, and then you're not missing any move to the upside? That's up to you to decide, absolutely. But yeah, I think we can expect here some sort of a move in the next, maybe even today, but probably not on the weekend, but maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, we should see here some volatility, and that is quite a large triangle. So we could expect here some a larger move in my view. So that is my view here on Ethereum. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And as always, if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.